Okay, so to run our buffer analysis, we need to find a buffer tool. We can either browse all these tools, so buffer analysis, probably in analysis, proximity, oh, there it is. Or alternatively, you click the search button and you enter buffer, and this goes good for buffer analysis tool. They both give the same result. If you don't know where you're searching for something, the search tool is usually the quickest option. So let's click this, and when you click that, this menu will appear. So we need to, as input, we need to use our combined file. Of course, I haven't run it practical yet when I'm recording this, so that file doesn't exist yet. So I'm just going to use this file. We can leave output feature class to what it is. Don't need to worry about it. And then in distance, we just typed 100 meters that we decided was our risk area. And then, well, the rest just decides what if it's what the outsides look like, and if it has some slight impact on the end result, but it's not a big deal. So we're going to leave these at the default. Click OK, and now our buffer tool has been running and it's completed. And if we actually go to our, if we turn all these layers off, and let's go to our buffer tool. So this is our buffer, and this is the original feature. So this is the original feature, and this is the buffer. So that's what it's done. I'll just take it in the outline and add it 100 meters to the sides, and it's done that for all the features in our line. Now, if we want to know how many buildings are in this area, so we turn the buildings on, now we can see all these buildings, and we could sort of manually count them. If we put the buildings layer on top, but that would be a lot of work. So instead we're going to use the Intersect tool. So we're going to do search for Intersect. Click OK, Intersect Analysis is what we want. And then we need our buildings, and we need our buffer. Where is the buffer? Oh, it's this one. Just a B here. I could have given it a better name, that would have been easier. The other options, we're just going to leave them at the default. Click OK, and then the analysis will run. And this will take a while to run, especially when we've combined all the mining features we have already in the class. And we click OK, and now we see in purple we see the features the buildings which are inside our risk area, inside our buffer area, and we don't have any of the pink ones in green. So the pink ones are the new ones which have been created by Intersect. The original green ones are still in place, they're just under it. So if we remove our buffer and our new file, we can still see them, and we can turn these on. So these are the buildings potentially affected by the mines underground. And if we want to know how many there are, we can just right click our layer and then go to where's the attribute? Open attribute table. Need to make it a bit smaller to fit the screen. So here we have all the attributes, and we can just scroll to the end, see this 27. If you have a big file, you can click the move to end of table to go straight there. I mean, you don't need to do all the scrolling. As in this case, we can see there's 27 buildings within 100 meters of the mine that we mapped.